I thought we'd try an unboxing today. This is a gouache set I just got off of Amazon. It's about $25, and the box comes in like yellow and blue, and I've seen pink too, but I like the yellow one. It's really quite heavy, but I've seen a lot of people using this, and it seems really very nice. It's very juicy. So here, you can use this part as a palette. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Here we go. And this you can also use as, this is a palette, I guess. Here you go. Oh, it's kind of blending with my background here, isn't it? But so it's pretty airtight. I mean, it seems to be airtight. But so this, it's nice because it has two areas for color mixing, and with gouache you really want a lot of area to mix, like all the in-between tints and such. So here we go. I mean, there's 18 colors in all, and let's start at the side. I'm not sure what order these are in, but oh my goodness, I think they kind of overlap each other. So okay, oh, I see. So all right, so this is almost like a, it's almost like an ice tray actually, and these are like jelly cups, but these are not jelly gouache. That's what sometimes, I think that's what's been going around sometimes, that these are like jelly textured, but it's only because it's jelly, only because it looks like it comes in like those jelly and jam containers that you see sometimes in restaurants and such. But anyway, okay, so this is, it looks like it's a red, so let's see what this looks like. Actually, I probably should get a piece of paper or something to protect, but I'm not going to. Okay, it's not so bad. I've seen people really struggle with the opening, but maybe they've changed that. But look how rich this is. It's such a juicy, juicy color, or juicy texture, consistency. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave them out, then open all of these and then put them all into a rainbow order. But let me just get these off to the side, and we'll put these out here. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna get something to put this lid in. Okay, we're back. So I think what I'll do is I'll put this aside, and I'll put the lid over here. I want to swatch these, so I may actually use these lids for that. But okay, so that's that one. Let's get another one. Oh, and this is another red. It's more orangey red, this one. So let's, whoa, awesome. Okay, put that one here. And this is another. These are really so pigmented. There's a nice in-your-face pink one. Woo! Okay, I'm surprised I'm not making a total mess already, because it really is like, it's actually not that bad. I'm not that messy. Okay. Yeah, and just as I was saying that this was not so messy, this is what happens. This one just like exploded on me. Look how it's like coming out of the side. Maybe I could just scoop it back into the cup. All right. That one over there. That one came from down here, so look at that. Oh my gosh. All right, let's try another one. Fingers crossed it's not gonna explode. Yay, that was totally easy. Let's see. Yay. Of course, with the camera going, it's a lot easier, so thank goodness for that. Oh, look at that beautiful orange. These are really very nice colors. That one there. Here's another, oh, there we go. Look at how much pigment is on here. I'm gonna try to save as much as I can, obviously. Look at that. Oh, and here's a white one. This one, I know that there are two white ones, I think, but here's one. And I can't really tell. It's okay, here's a blue. Beautiful blue. It's like almost like a cerulean blue. I don't see any color names on these anywhere. This is like a purplish blue. Very cool. Oh, here's another white, but I think I'll keep that one closed for now. Oh, look at that. That's lovely. Beautiful. This one's on the bottom. And this one is another green. You really get a lot of nice colors in this 18 color set. I think there are some that are actually 24, maybe 36 colors. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm down to the last 3. Yay. Okay. This one's kind of just, I guess the trick is to not squeeze it as you're peeling it, because I think that's when it actually pops out. Perfect. Some brown. And last but not least is another green. Okay, let's put that. Wow, this one took extra long. So it definitely beat me, this last one. All right, so let me just get that, whatever that is, off. Okay, there you go, all 18. I don't know if they're probably not all in camera, but here, we'll just smoosh it in. And let's put these in an order. Just get this. All right, here's what's on the labeling. It looks like an ice tray. All right, there, whoops, just got that all over myself. And this. This is also blue. It's the black. And we'll go for the greens. And then there's the, come on, there we go. And we have our neutrals. This one, that looks like a burnt sienna. Black. And I'm gonna put the white over there. And this is another white. This might be a warmer white, but either way, I'll keep that. I'm glad that they give us 2 whites, because white is always the one that goes the quickest. Look at this, it's splattered everywhere. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do a little swatching. Okay, and we're back. Here is my swatch. This I just did for Letter Sparrow, but let's start a new page. This is Fabriano hot press, so it's very smooth. And my Escoda travel brush. I think this is a size 6. Yeah, size 6. So my water is off to the side, and what I'll do is I'll squeeze everything in some more. And I think what I'll do is I'll just take it from here. This would be the yellow. Wow, that's a lot of paint on. Maybe I'll take some of it off. Okay, so that's the yellow. Very pigmented. So the hope is that in these jelly cups, in these jelly light cups, that the gouache will stay wetter longer so that it's easier to use, in fact. This is the next one over. It's like a warmer yellow, maybe just a hint of water to help it go across the paper. Really try to clean it off. There's a lot of paint here. Get some of that water off. And then next is the red, which I believe is this one. Very cool. Again, just a hint of the water, just to help the pigment flow. And then it's like the cooler red, which I believe is this one. I'm going to try to not put so much on there. Oh yeah, this is beautiful, beautiful. This brush is fairly new, but it's definitely getting a lot of discoloration, which is what I had expected. And that's that. And last but not least, I think I'll just go across. I'll just go across the page. It's a beautiful violet. Just a tiny bit of water should help. Maybe a little bit more pigment. There we go. It almost has a jelly consistency, it looks like, but I know it's not. Again, this is not expensive. I mean, real gouache. I also have, not real gouache, but more expensive gouache, like the Holbein and the Winsor Newton Schmincke. That, oh, look at that. I have it all over my hand. I should have washed my hands. Some of the more expensive brands, like the ones I just mentioned, the Winsor Newton, they are more expensive, and sometimes I feel like I don't want to use them because I don't want to waste them, which is ridiculous, right? Because that's what you want to do, is you want to use the paints that you just bought. And which is why I bought these. They're not expensive, and I just feel like I'll use these because it's not that expensive, and there's a whole lot of it too, so it's not like I'm wasting any. Now all this streaking, I think, might be because I am not used to I'm not used to the hot press. I usually use the cold press, which is a little more textured. The paint just kind of floats on the top a little bit, so it takes a little getting used to, but it still gives me a good idea of the color. I think maybe I'll just go into the pot for this one. There you go. Beautiful. Maybe a little bit more. Look at that. Okay. And then I think we have, it might be this one, which is almost looks like an indigo. Yeah. Very deep color. Beautiful. Close to like a indigo, maybe. And we're into the greens, which I think is this one. Oops. Just got it all over myself again. Very nice. Another beautiful color. It's like, just reminds me of the water, you know, the Caribbean. Could have done that a little neater, but we get the idea. And then I think it's this one. Very nice leafy green. Touch, just a touch of the water will help. We'll get enough water to make the flow, make it flow. And then I believe it is this green down here. There are no names, but who needs the names? We're artists, we see by color. We see by the hue and the tint, the values. And this one doesn't have as well. Here we go. This is almost like an ochre if you're looking for an equivalent. A yellow ochre. It's very rich. This next one kind of reminds me of a burnt sienna. I just love how these go on, and I love the fact that they're wet. See, I normally squeeze out my gouache into a palette and it dries. I add a little bit of glycerin to it so that it doesn't crack when it does dry in the palette. I add just regular, like, I don't know what is it, vegetable glycerin? I forget what it's called, but you know, just a couple of drops in my palette. I should show that to you after I swatch these out. Just a little bit of glycerin, and it will keep the gouache from cracking in the palettes. I mean, they will dry eventually because I don't have that much in a, you know, in one of those little trays. But okay, my last one is the white one, which I probably won't be able to see since well, I think, let's just put it here because that's where it sits right now. And just a dab of the white. I think you can see it. I can see it in real life. I don't know about, there you go. It's kind of nice. Look at all those rich colors, and it's already drying on the paper. And here are some of my palettes that I squeezed my other gouache into. This one is actually Arteza. This is the Arteza brand of gouache, and it comes with 24, but I think I only have 22, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, or 20. This set of colors will get me all the colors that I need of the rainbow. But you see how it's dry, of course, in the palette. It's dry, but it hasn't cracked. Like, you can see that there are some cracks, but they don't actually break off. Like some of the ones, before I knew about the glycerin, I would just squeeze it in, and then after a few weeks or so, it would just crumble and fall out. But if I were to put the glycerin in, it would keep it in there. It would, you know, eventually dry off anyway, but at least it doesn't crack off. Like, this is all cracked. Now, if I didn't have the glycerin in it, it would actually crumble off, I mean. So this is the Arteza, and it's really great. It's a plastic, and it goes with me everywhere. And this one is a Schminky palette. It came empty. In fact, it didn't even come with, I don't believe it came with these little trays. But this has like Winsor Newton, it has some Schminky, it has Holbein, and maybe a couple of De La Rowney. But that's in there, and it's really fun. Again, I also put the glycerin in this as well. Otherwise, again, it would just crumble off. So that is that. And I just wanted to also show you how it looked with the palette. Let's see. So this is the palette. Let me just get this out of the way. So I think what you do is put it this way, right? And then this goes on top of that. So let's just see how easy that's to do. very easy, and it really is quite heavy. You wouldn't think so, but it is really quite heavy. But let's just see what happens, see if the paint actually got onto this palette, which I would think it would have, but not so much. Not so much at all. I don't know why I bothered wiping this, because I'm only going to just get more paint on it eventually. But I think all in all, it's actually a pretty nice set. So I think, let's see, do that. Now, I don't know if I would travel with this, because again, it is really heavy. I would probably opt for one of my other palettes. But, you know, just to be at home and just wanting to play around, this is perfect. And it's so easy. I don't have to squeeze any paints out onto a palette. I could just open it, get some water, and I'm ready to go. So, but that's what I wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you a little unboxing and a little swatching. But I'm excited to get started with this new set. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned for future videos using some of this gouache. Take care now. Bye-bye.